a long time ago when Roblox allowed spaces in usernames. I'm not joking, people could really have just a space in the middle of their username on Roblox. For example, let me take you back to the accounts of John Doe and Jane Doe. People probably just didn't really pay attention to the space in their usernames for the fact that we were fearing for our Roblox lives because John Doe obviously hacks Roblox every March 18th. But yeah, these are pretty good examples and probably the first examples that appeared in my mind when trying to think of usernames that had spaces in them. And it's not just because they were created by Roblox or admins or anything like that. Back in 2006 when Roblox released for the first time, anyone could have a space in their username, but eventually they just decided to stop allowing that until today, or until recently, but we're gonna get into that in just a second. So before I forget, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and very quickly please join my Discord server. The invite code is ChloeGames and there is a link in the pinned comment. So I say that they allowed it back in 2006 when Roblox first released, basically. The actual time that they removed it or stopped allowing that, I have no idea, but here I have a full list of Roblox users with a space in their name, and all of these seem to have joined at some point during 2006. That's it. Or apparently there is 50 more that will be added soon, but I can't imagine that much of those will be like outside of 2006. So at the very least, I would say they probably disallowed this in 2007, maybe 2008 at the latest, but as we know it, people were allowed spaces in their username in 2006 and nobody has ever been allowed since back then. But today I recently saw a tweet that was like, thoughts on Roblox allowing spaces in display names, and then in my Discord server I have had a few different people sending me screenshots of people in their games that have spaces in their names. So when I saw those on Discord, I was like, okay, this is probably just someone exploiting, or it's part of the game that, you know, you're allowed spaces in a nickname inside of the game and then it goes onto the leaderboard, something like that. I never ever thought that Roblox would allow us to have spaces in our names again, but it's real. Julian, we know this person, we've talked about them a few times. They post like a bunch of things that will be coming to Roblox very soon. They find out about things before any of us. Recently they tweeted, Roblox real names in display name are at about a 20% rollout, which means that 20% of people on the platform currently have this update. Real names in display name, I'm not sure if that means that you can have like your real name now, because previously you just couldn't, or if they are just making a joke now that you can have a space in your name, you could potentially put two names, like a full name. No idea, but the end of this is Roblox will now be allowing spaces in display names. So we are still not allowed them in usernames, but I think the fact that we are allowed them in display names now is already cool enough. Like when you go into any game right now, the only name that appears above your head and even on the leaderboard is your display name. So that's all people are really gonna see. In fact, the only time now you see your username is if you go actually like into the escape menu, scroll through the list of people, then you can see your username underneath your display name. But for example, right now my display name is just Chloe, my username is Chloe Yuri. If I was to like change my display name to Chloe space Yuri, that would work. If I had the update. I probably don't, because Roblox always leaves me out on these updates and I'm always the last person to receive them. But I mean, I'm not the only one now. There is 80% of people apparently on Roblox that currently do not have this, but if you are one of the very lucky 20%, then just go ahead and try it out. Plus you can still change your display name once a week, so like, I mean, if you get bored of the space in your display name, you can just remove it next week. Also making a video about this because people are currently confused. I saw this tweet right here. This person said, what is wrong with the Roblox's display names that has spaces? Is it some sort of a glitch? In the screenshot, we can see this one Roblox player. Their display name currently is guest1337 with a space in it. So I went to search for them for myself and it's real. There is a space right there in the middle of guest and the numbers, and to top it all off, they are actually dressed like a guest. So I mean, seeing this inside of a game, seeing somebody who looks like the old guests running around and then above their head is going to be guest 1337, that's like, I would be so happy just to see a teeny tiny glimpse of guests being back, even if it's not real. Also, apparently they disallowed having spaces in usernames back in 2006 or something because people started to impersonate popular users on Roblox by just adding a space into their name or at the beginning of their name, which obviously ends up being a problem. Eventually those people got terminated and they just stopped allowing spaces. Now they are back, you're allowed them in display names, and that's really all this entire update is going to be. I feel like for people that didn't know you used to be allowed spaces in your name, they probably don't think this is that cool, but trust me, this is Very cool. So please, the comments is the place to go. Tell me what you guys think about Roblox finally allowing spaces in our names again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.